First of all, I want to say thanks to Peter for having me here and having this exhibition, and welcome everybody to the coolest house. One of the coolest houses in Vienna. The photographs you see here are a collection of many, many years of working and of meeting people and trying to coerce them into sitting for me.
Yeah, today, just right now.
Today I wish I had written, Sonny, thank you for the smile on your face. I started out taking pictures on tour. I started and then I started doing my own album covers.
Okay.
And then doing photos for friends, and then headshots for friends of mine that were actors, and then I started getting calls from magazines to ask to shoot for them. You know, all photographers need landscape to be able to express themselves. And you know, if you shoot for one of those magazines, I don't know, sometimes you only get like 2 pages, so you have 2 chances to take 2 good pictures. Whereas if you're working for yourself, you can do 20 pages. I mean, in the old days, when you had film, you would decide sort of then and there that you know, that's going to be I'm doing these pictures in color, and that was it. They were color photographs. And if you decided you wanted to do it in black and white, there was no going back. You know, nowadays you can make the decision to do what you want. You can do black and white. You can do color. It's all in the computer anyway. Let's take a look at that picture behind me. You know, the Mickey Rourke picture. There's something great about that gold frame, and there's something great about his pink suit. If you didn't have those colors, the picture would have a completely different feeling. I thought that the pictures of the soldiers, for example, that they should all be black and white. And now, after sitting down and putting the book together, I realized that it's not a black and white subject, that it's actually a very color subject. And so this exhibition of the soldiers right now has moved on. Well, it's a very sensitive collection of pictures because, first of all, as men, many of them had never been in a situation where they were being in a studio and having to be photographed and having to take off their shirt and be revealed and show themselves. So, you know, it is quite a sensitive thing, and I wanted to make sure that everybody was comfortable and that it was done with dignity. Originally, the idea was going to be, it was presented to me as a calendar, and I said, no, I don't want to do a calendar. You know, I think that's too trivial for the subject matter. However, I would be interested in taking the pictures and just seeing where it goes, and if it becomes something more. And even next week, I'm doing some more pictures of more men and women that have come back, and that will be the sort of end of the series for me, because I have to get this book finished because it's going to be a book, and the book is called Wounded, The Legacy of War, and I think that title sort of answers your question, because, you know, what do I want to say with these pictures? Well, obviously we aren't exposed to the horrors of what it's like to, you know, lose your legs or arms, and it will be interesting to, I think, for people to suddenly be able to see this for real. You know, I did a lot of work with Amy Winehouse, and subsequent to her death, you know, her pictures became very published all over the world, and there was a lot of money raised from that. So all that money went to addiction charities, And I'm still working with her and now her foundation too, because her father created a foundation afterwards. So we try and support them as well. I was always getting requests to do charity projects. And the idea was to focus things in a more unified context, so that it wasn't he was doing this and he was doing that and he was doing this. No, let's put it together, let's create a foundation where the focus is going to be, you know, and my original brief to the Charity Commission was that it was going to be help victims of war, help the elderly, help children, and let's see where that goes, and help the environment. So it was quite a broad, and in the end, the prophecy of what the foundation was going to achieve has sort of come true, because we help all kinds of different things.
You lived as a child in Austria. Is that true? Where did
Yes,
you live?
it is.
In Vienna, or?
Yeah, by the Rathaus.
Oh, any memories about that?
Yeah, for sure. My brother and I sitting outside the cake shop, looking at the apple strudel and everything else, and just like drooling.
Yeah.
And saying, "Mama, please, can we have a piece of cake?" I remember that our apartment was on, I think, the 3rd or 4th floor, so we had to walk up this grand staircase, and everybody was cooking sauerkraut all the time. So you could smell the sauerkraut as you walked in the door.